Let's get to it.
Okay, YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa Sean back at it with some Division. All right, guys, I got a really easy farming route for new players, okay? For new people, if you hit rank 30 in the story PvE stuff, you want to go into the Dark Zone and start getting some superior gear and exotic, well, I say exotic, high-end gear can drop in this particular run. I know my boy K-Dub, who I was doing the run with, he did get one at some point. Now, I want to get something out of the way first is don't be a Mesa Sean like me. When you do at least 2 of these runs, go back to your stash and go through it all, because I had to ditch a whole boatload of purples tonight because my stash back at the base camp was already full and I couldn't extract it out, so Mesa Sean there. When you do these runs, don't even bother with the blues, guys. Well, I mean, I'm going to say, you know what, don't bother with it. If you keep doing this run over and over, you're just going to collect superiors, purples, okay? Don't worry about the blues. And sure enough, I got myself a Scar L, which I tweeted out today before I went into the Dark Zone, because I was level 29 today. I hit 30, so me and K-Dub went and tested out this run, which I'm going to talk about where it came from in just a second. But I did get myself a Scar L, so I was super happy about it. I've been using an ACR the last couple of days, and I don't like the recoil on that thing. I love the fire rate, I love the recoil management on the Scar L, and it hits damn hard. Now, my buddy Rob was the one that showed this to me. He tweeted me a link because he's getting ready to go into the Dark Zone himself. And this comes from gamerrant.com, and it actually came from a Redditor, okay? And I'm going to put the link to everything in the description. The Redditor's name is, I hope I say this right, it's Saral, okay? So he came up with this route, and there's chests among there. I'm going to show you the whole route. There's, see, what you're looking for is you're looking for yellows to kill, guys with yellow health bars. And also, you're looking for named bosses, okay? Named bosses, or the named yellows, have a chance to drop something good, and also Dark Zone keys. Now, Dark Zone keys can come from anywhere, but the named ones, if you find one, you want to make sure you kill them. Alright, so here's how we're going to kick it off, and this is the actual drawing from the Redditor in the Gamer article, link in the description, okay? You're going to go in the 5th Avenue entrance, okay? And you're going to make your way northeast to the extraction zone on the east side of Dark Zone 1. So as you're on your way to the extraction zone, keep in mind, in this drawing that he put in the article, the run starts at the extraction zone, okay? So we're kind of double dipping here, but that's fine, because you want to make your way to the extraction zone and then make your way back to the checkpoint, because you're going to reload up on ammo, okay? So this right here is going to be considered encounter number 1. This is between the checkpoint and the extraction area. Now, when you're doing this, I would recommend for abilities, well, me and K-Dub, if you're going to do the solo, I would still recommend the same abilities. One, I would use the Pulse, and use the Pulse mod on it so that you do extra damage to enemies that are scanned. Secondly, I would use the Support Station, but more importantly, I would use the Support Station mod on it that grants you ammo if you reload within the vicinity of it, okay? Comes in very handy if you get into a bind, but remember, well, I didn't even say it in the beginning, this kind of whole route is you're close to checkpoints, which means if you get into a hairy situation, you can make your way back to a checkpoint and restock on ammo. So we're just going to the extraction zone for illustration purposes of the map. And that's where the official run is going to start. On your way, when you're going through these, if you see packs of enemies, you can kill them if you want, but for the most part, you're using this run to look for the yellow bars and looking for yellow names, okay? And again, if you see blues on the floor, if you're brand new to the Dark Zone, pick them up, okay? If you're not, and you already have tons of blues, just focus on the purples, because you do 2 of these runs, you're going to fill up your stash with purples, I swear. So here I am. I made it to the official start, right? And this is also where we're going to extract, and I'm going to show you a little spot there where I always extract from, because it keeps you off the map from hostiles who are kind of roaming around, or potential agents that want to go rogue and take your shit as you're extracting, okay? Here we go. So we're starting to run. Now, we're going to go past encounter number 1, and sometimes they respawn, sometimes they don't, because you just killed them, okay? We're making our way over to checkpoint number 2, and again, there's going to be a link in the description. I know it's kind of hard to see on the screen there, but encounter number 2 is where a potential boss could be, and there's also a Dark Zone chest back there. Okay, so we're going to make our way to encounter number 2. Now, remember to always check some of these alleys and stuff, okay? Make sure you check your mini-map to see if there's any boxes, okay? So right here, this is area number 2, which we just walked through before, because we had to get to this, we had to walk through here on our way to the helicopter. Guys, remember, the map will be in the description, okay? If you need to pull this up while you're watching it. I know it's hard to see the small map on screen. So right now, we're in encounter number 2, okay? Now, normally, we have encountered a bunch of yellows over here. However, there's a Dark Zone chest in the back over there, which I'm just going to go pop my head and take a look at. Sure enough, when we go back there, what do we see? We see a yellow boss. I don't know why I keep calling them bosses. Guys, you know me, I'm Mesa Sean. A yellow elite. What do we call? Are we calling them elites? A named whatever. He's named, okay? We kill him, and he dropped my beloved scar that I'm very, very happy with right now. Okay, okay, so that's encounter number 2. Either yellows or yellows and a named boss, named guy. I'm just going to say named, okay? From there, you're going to go back to the checkpoint at 5th Avenue, and that's where you're going to restock on your supplies, okay? Then you're going to go into encounter 3, which is just straight across from the checkpoint. It should just be a small patrol spawn. Now, once you restock, you're just going to go straight ahead right here at this corner. That's where encounter number 3 would be, but it's not there for us. It was there other times, just not this time. Once you go straight ahead, you're going to get encounter 4. There would be enemies there, just be another small patrol. But you're going to make your way also to this contaminated zone right here. And there's going to be other boxes in here to check. Make sure you check those boxes. And also a dark zone chest. If you have a key, you can see here, I'm only rank 24. I can't open it. So then, once you leave the alley, you want to go back to the initial straight line that you're making north from the original checkpoint where you just restocked your ammo. So remember, just to recap, when you restocked your ammo, you went straight north, you encountered number 3, encountered number 4, and now we're going to get to encounter number 5, which should be it could be a boss spawn or just a whole bunch of yellows. Okay, next up, we're going to head east now from point 5 to encounter number 6, okay? Encounter number 6, you're going to go downstairs. There's going to be like an underground car garage down there, okay? Every time we went into there, we always ran into just a bunch of yellows in there, but it also has the potential to have a boss spawn in there. Now, once you leave the car garage, you got 2 choices, okay? You can go up into DZ02 and check this one building out, or you could just continue on to the next encounter, which is going to be the corner of the gas station right by the extraction zone, okay? You could get yellows or purples there. Sometimes for the most part, we saw purples there. I think it should just be a small regular spawn of regular enemies, nothing named, and usually not yellows, or at least whenever I've been extracting or heading to this area, I haven't ran into the yellows, thank God. Now, me personally, I've had good luck with this extraction point. There's only 2 extraction points in D01. The other one is totally out in the open. However, there is some little subway tunnel that you can run, like duck down and hide from enemies if they're coming on you. I don't know. I've had bad luck at the one on the west side, so I always tend to go to this one here that's by the gas station. But let me know in the comment section which one you guys prefer. So here's a pro tip from K-Dub, who actually got it from our other friend D-Bolt when it comes to extraction. Go all the way in the back behind this tent here, and you could pop your flare right there, okay? It gives you a nice vantage point to look at your radar from the north, south, east, west, okay? And usually you could catch enemies if they're going to be creeping up on you. Spot rogues from the distance. We did spot rogues at one point at one of our extractions. Remember, we ran this 3 times, and I got so much loot that my stash filled up, and I ended up having to ditch a bunch of purples. So lesson learned every time. I would do about 2 runs, and then I would then go to your stash and check it out. Now, a quick deviation from checkpoint parking lot. Go into this building, which is literally across the street, okay? This is technically DZ02. There's a chest, well, sometimes a chest can spawn right at the bottom as soon as you come in. This building usually is loaded. For some reason, we ran 3 times. No one was in here all 3 times. I don't know if they got cleared out or not, but I remember during the beta, open beta, this thing was, this building was always hairier than a chia pet. Also in this building, you can get some Division tech parts, okay? So make sure you check every floor in and out. Look on your minimap, see if there's any boxes or chests or anything, okay? So I know I talk pretty fast, so I'm going to throw the guy's image on screen right now and talk through it one more time, okay? So you're going to go into the 5th Avenue checkpoint, stock up on your ammo. You're going to go north and break east, break right, and you're going to see the number 2 right there. You could make that your encounter number 1. He has it as counter number 2. Then you're going to go up through an alley. There's going to be encounter number 1, and you can extract if you get anything from there. Then you want to come back down, and you could do 1 and 2 again, because remember, at 2, they could be yellows, and that's where that dark zone chest was, and also that named guy. Then you want to go back to the checkpoint at 5th Avenue, restock on ammo, and then encounter number 3, 4, and 5 are going to be straight ahead. When you get to 4, you can break east, okay, and go into that little alley there. There could be a chest in there. Then you want to go back out onto that straight path, go up to 5. Should be a pack of enemies there. Break over east or to your right, and there's going to be the car garage that's downstairs. Should be a bunch of yellows and could be a named guy. If you want, you can go across the street into DZ02, and there could be a potential boss, yellows, chest, and everything. But remember, it might be a little harder, and it's definitely pretty badass in there. if there's a bunch of yellow. So just be wary, okay, if you want to go into that building. Then you make your way to checkpoint number 7, well, encounter number 7 on the map right there. That's the gas station across from the extraction zone, and then extract your shit. If it gets too hairy, always remember, back out of it, okay? Don't think if you pop an extraction, you got to do it. Back off. If it just gets too hairy, back off. Slowly kill enemies from different areas. Run back to a checkpoint. You got 2 checkpoints over there where you can restock on ammo. Sometimes it won't let you back in there if you're still in combat, but that's fine because at least you're in a corner, and if you bring things like pulse and also your little healing thingamajig you put on the floor, you'll be golden. So anyway, that's it, guys. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, which is on Twitch, and that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.